heart, be acceptable in Yahweh's sight. He is our strength and our redeemer. And it's in his name, which is his authority, that we pray, praise, proclaim, project, and protect tonight's message. Aman. Welcome, family. How's everybody doing? Thank you to those who are coming over from the Patreon kingdom, the Patreon fam. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you for spending some time with us again. Those who were with us earlier today, we appreciate you. I'm going to get ready to take my day off tomorrow. So if I don't hear from you tonight for whatever reason, if it's the last time I see you for whatever reason, and I don't talk to you tomorrow, something like that, just know we'll see you on Kofi_43 at 8 a.m. Eastern New York time. We're on here every weeknight at 8 p.m. Eastern New York time. We're on Kofi_43 every day at 8 a.m. Eastern New York time. I take a day off. Somebody else takes over on our conference call line on Wednesdays at 8 a.m. And then we also on Thursday, we have our Thursday Rising Prayer coming up with Minister Nice leading us in that. So we're thankful and grateful to everybody who's joining us. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us again. And yeah, we are excited to be in front of you all. Once again, we give all praise and honor to the Most High. We give all praise and honor to him for my wife, the Honorable Amma, who lives a life that's able to be honored. We're thankful and grateful for you guys taking time out to spend some time with us. We honor the King and Queen of each and every one of you. We hope that you guys are doing well. We're gonna do a little bit of motivational stuff with this tonight. So if it seems a little cliched up or things like that, that's okay. We hope that you all are doing well wherever you are. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, SOC. Thank you, everybody. Please check out my wife, the Honorable Amma, on TikTok, YouTube, her website, and Pinterest at Bloom and Flourish. Not A and D, the letter N, Bloom and Flourish. She's a healer, herbalist, chemist, and biologist by degree. And we thank you guys for checking her out. You can also look her up by putting in hashtag FindBloom. So thank you for doing so in advance. Thank you to everybody on YouTube. Thank you everybody on TikTok. Hello, everybody. How you doing? To the moderators, to the ministerial staff, to Lottie Dottie and everybody, the diaspora. If you agree with us, disagree with us, etc., 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 we appreciate you and we honor you. How you doing, Sister Cynthia, Sister Austral, Nay, Ms. Mack, Big Brother Thomas, everybody who's on. We appreciate you. Tonight, I want to go a little further than what we were talking about on Patreon. What are you willing to do is the question that we give out there tonight. What are you willing to do? Not what everybody else is willing to do for you, not even what the Most High is willing to do for you, right? What are you willing to do? That is the question, right? What are you willing to do? Not what can somebody else do for you. What are you willing to do, right? What are you willing to give 100% to? How you doing, JoJo Dancing? Right? What are you willing to give 100% to? What you willing to give 120 to? What you willing to roll up your sleeves and get done? How you doing, Bounty? How you doing, Brother Jermaine? What are you willing to do? Right? You said you're watching other videos in order right now. You're at the end of almost the Genesis Revisited Part 2. Is this live going to be recorded in a video? Yeah, we record. Yeah, if it's on YouTube, if you see us on YouTube, pretty much just assume it's going to be live at some point or recorded. Pretty much everything we do, we try to make sure it's recorded in some way, shape, or form. Only time I can't record it is if we're just in a place I don't have signal, or I can't be in a place where I can put multiple things going on at the same time. Right. So we're always gonna. If you see it on YouTube, just assume it's going to be recorded. I'm out. How you doing, Sister Marion? Everybody who's on, we appreciate you so very much. If I don't know if Sister Marion's on, there's a great chance that Sister Moselle's on. So shalom to you as well. I don't know if Brother Jimmy's watching. If he is, shalom, peace to you as well. So we want to ask the question, what are you willing to do? And this is a question that we should ask. We get mad when people ask it and how you doing, Sister Sharice? We get mad when people ask it due to the fact that usually when people ask this question, they're really trying to say, well, you talk all this, you talk a great game, but you're not trying to do anything. And usually they're trying to do it as some kind of ad hominem or some kind of way of, making a straw man or doing something where it's like gaslighting to get us off track. Right. But the reality is that, you have to realize that the reality is that, I'm not sure about that. There's probably somewhere, but you got to search. But yeah, there's a lot of people who don't know about that or whatever. But yeah, it's the reason why. I mean, if you look up just Greek mythology, you should be able to find it, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look for that myself. But we have to. No, you know, it's fine. Thank you for the question. But I want to ask, what are you willing to do? That's the main thing that we want to ask tonight. What are you willing to do that somebody else won't do? What are you willing to do that you have not done yet? People will say stuff like, I've tried everything to make this work. It's not working. Have you tried everything? I want to challenge you today a little bit. I tried everything to lose weight. Have you fasted? Yeah. How long? Well, I mean, I fasted, I do intermittent fasting. Have you fasted for a day? Well, no, or I fasted for 2 days. Did you fast for a week? Did you fast for 40 days? What are you willing to do becomes the question. Okay. Yeah. I'm not saying you didn't search. I just have to try and look it up. But what are you willing to do becomes the question. What are you willing to do becomes the question. All right. What are you willing to put in? Before you talk about what others put in, what are you willing to put in? What are you willing to do? A lot of people aren't willing to put in there, but what are you willing to put in? Because what you put in, you get out. It's a natural law. It's a principle. It's an origin. It's an original way that the system works, that the cosmos works. The cosmos with a C, the physical cosmos, the cosmos with a K, the system. What are you willing to put in? If you put in enough seed in the ground, at some point, something gonna grow. How you doing, Sister Shima? I miss somebody. Hey, Ed, how you doing? I miss somebody else. Trucker's wife, how you doing? What are you willing to do? It's always about they didn't do this for me. They didn't do that for me. Yeah, some people ain't gonna do nothing for you. They didn't give us reparations yet. Yeah, they're not gonna give you reparations. And even if they were to give you reparations, they can't give you what you owe. And even if they gave you what you owed, are you in the mentality to do what you need to do? Some of us can't even make sure that we can live off of 10 to 30% of our income. That's supposed to be the goal. How you doing, Jacobo? Like the goal is supposed to be, we're supposed to try and live off of 10 to 30% of our income. If I were to give you $10 million, some of y'all like, oh, I could live off of 10 to 30, 10, I could live off of 3 million. If you don't know how, watch this. I'm here to tell you, you think so. But if you can't live off of, 3,000 out of 10,000, then you're not going to be able to live off of 3 million out of 10 million. Right? How you doing, Yashalala? Sorry. Right? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to do to get it? What are you willing to do to get to that point to where you will have what it is? How much are you willing to study? How much are you willing to execute? Right? That old thing about, hey, I want to get richer. Okay, you want to get richer? Meet me in the rising, right? When the sun comes up at the beach. Well, I meet you at the beach. Just meet me there. And we're going to go in the water. Right. And if I were to hold your head down under the water, you would say that I'm trying to drown you. Right. But what if I pulled you up right when you couldn't breathe anymore? And then I told you, if you're willing to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be unstoppable. How you doing, Jeremy? Right. What are you willing to do? It sounds weird, right? But like a lot of people say, hey, can you teach me? Can you show me? Can you do this? Like, you know what? Like, this is something I've been doing since I was 4 years old. I took a little break when I was agnostic, but I've been studying and ready for this message in this moment of my life since I was 4 years old. I'm about to turn 40, right? Literally, I've 90% of my life, well, outside of, I don't know. So let's say maybe like 80 to 85% of my life. Right? I've been grinding in this. And then I decided not just to grind in the books, but then I decided to live it. It takes a lot to live kingdom. It takes a lot to live results. Did you hear what I just said? It takes a lot to live results. I want the power. I want people to look at me. How you doing, Minister Select Morale? I want people to acknowledge me. I want people to bow down. I want people to listen to me. I want people to realize that what I say is the word. How you doing, Sister Helen? Okay, cool. You want everybody to realize all these things, to realize everything about you, to talk about you, to lift you up, do all these things. Okay, fine. That's all fine and great, right? But when you get the result, are you willing to deal with what comes with the result? We had 500 people together on Kofi. We had 500 people on earlier this rising on Kofi_43. 500 plus for a while, not just for a hot second. Like, it was for a while, for a good 30 minutes. It was like 500 something people. We had an average of about 300 and something people on today at concurrently at a time, right? At 10,000 people on and off that listened to us throughout the whole conversation, right? And a whole bunch of people came on there to tell me how stupid I was. Are you willing to get to be able to have enough shield? Are you willing to be able to take enough stuff? Do you have the gumption to do what it takes to become how great you're supposed to be? Shalom, Uno, how you doing? Right? Do you have the fortitude? Right? To whom much is given, much is required. Over and over again, you got to acquire it. Over and over again, you got to take it in. You can't just do this once. What are you willing to do? Some of us aren't willing to set boundaries. How you gonna say, I'm tired of people overstepping my boundaries, but you're not willing to place boundaries? And then if you place them, guess what you got to do? You have to enforce them. Right? It takes something to enforce the boundary that some people are like Charlie Murphy said, some people are habitual line steppers. They look for whatever line that you present and they're ready to go over it. You say that you only got this much time, they're gonna take that much time. You give them an inch, they're gonna come all over, right? They're gonna walk all over. They're gonna cross it every opportunity that they have. You say you want it. That's what comes with it. I want people to recognize the truth. Truth separates. If people recognize the truth, some people recognize it and they fight it. Some people recognize that they lift it up. Some people recognize that they're indifferent. I want it. What are you willing to do? Yashua said, if you give somebody whatever they want, some of these people, they're really hurt, and hurt people hurt people. So they might reach out and try to hit you on your cheek. If you want to help them again, when it says offer up the other cheek, what it means is if I try to help you out again, guess what happens? That means that you might reach out to strike again. I need to be ready for it. Doesn't mean I shouldn't defend myself, but it means I need to be ready that you might try to hit me again. Are you willing to hurt people? Because hurt people might try to hurt you back. Matter of fact, not even hurt you back, try to hurt you. You ain't even do nothing to them. You're trying to pull them